Hello, everyone. I'm the okayest bassist, and this is my Sterling Ray 2. We did the unboxing a while back. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the review since I've had it for a while. I have done a few upgrades to this. I swapped out the original pickup for an EMG HZ series, MM being Music Man sized. The original pickup, for lack of better terms, since I'm not a professional terminologist, it seemed to have a lot of attack, I guess would be the word. Anytime I would pluck a string, even gently fingerstyle on my tape wounds, which are known for reducing string noise, I noticed that there were a lot of, like, I could hear the actual plucking sound, not even like slaps and pops, just like I could actually hear the sound of the percussiveness of just my finger leaving the string. Might have just been this example, I don't know, but I swapped it out for the EMG, and I do like this sound a bit better. I also changed out the original 3-color white and black pickup cover to this one that I went into Tinkercad, put it together. I made a thumb rest and took the Stingray style pickguard and embedded the thumb rest into it. So then my wife was able to 3D print this all into one piece. I put the thumb rest right where I normally rest my thumb, up near the neck, especially if I have a 5-string. I like to rest my thumb on that string. So it gave me still about the same play. Of course, it's farther than what it would be if I was touching a string, but it's about where I like it, so it worked out really well. I've considered upgrading the tuners to Hipshot Ultralights because, of course, it's an inexpensive bass. It has a cheaper, lighter body wood, and then these heavier tuners. Of course, it will dive. But all in all, I'm pretty pleased with it. This is the point where we do the review. I'm going to start doing just 4 Ps, which are similar to what I did on the review for the new year of all the basses I did last year. Since I didn't have a rating system, I do like having a rating system just because it gives me a little bit of quantifiability on how much I recommend or don't recommend a bass. On playability, I mean, it's a 4-string bass. It's not cheap. It's decently made. I mean, it's inexpensive, but it's not to the point where the frets are sprouting and pointy. It's not where the thing is warped in some way. So on playability, I give it a 4 out of 5. There are things about these that I don't care for. I like the shape on the neck, but again, on playability, it does have a bit of neck dive. It's not awful. If you have a strap, it's going to work a lot better. So playability and comfort. It has the cutout on the top, so if you're leaning towards it, I mean, it's not the most ergonomic shape, but it's also not designed to be the most ergonomic bass. It's designed to be a Stingray. So there you go, 4 out of 5. On parts, I will give it a 3. I didn't like the pickup that was on here. These bridges are, of course, the Stingray style bridge. I don't care for the fact that this one has, 3 screws here and then 2 screws on the outside. I had wanted to make this like a total mod project and swap out this bridge for a Hipshot Kickass and then swap out the tuners for Hipshot Ultralights. Those are my preferred things to use. However, if I swap this out for a Kick-Ass bridge, I'm going to have these 2 holes show up, and I don't want to go through the trouble of filling the holes with a dowel and then finishing it, repainting it, and all that to make it look good. And I'm not into relic instruments, so I'm not even going to try and cover it up with some kind of relicking. So, again, on parts, 3 out of 5. On practicality, I mean, it's a 4-string, not a 5-string, so that gets your mileage where it's going to get it. Practicality is fine. I don't see a problem with this traveling. I don't see a problem with any of that, so typical 4 out of 5. And then purchasability, I mean, you can get them. They're in different colors, they're different finishes. I don't care aesthetically for this. I like the super dark neck with the light body, but as people know, I don't care for unfinished looking back of necks. I also don't care for a bright blue with a dark and then an unfinished headstock. I wish they could have carried this through. Obviously that would have been more expensive for processing, so they didn't do it. This is an inexpensive budget instrument, so they're not going to pull out all the bells and whistles. If I end up keeping this, I doubt I do anything. I've thought about printing a translucent, like I did for the have my wife do for the pit guard, to do something to cover the headstock so that you could still see the letters through it. But I'm also lazy and don't want to do all that work. So if I keep it, it'll probably stay just how it is. Maybe do the tuner swap. However, I do have tuners for it, but I'm also considering putting them on the Sire Z3. And I don't have enough to do both, and I don't want to go spending another $60 to $80 to get more tuners on an instrument that if I sell it, I'm going to be able to sell it for a little less than its retail. And this already has a pickup and electronics in it that cost about what the bass does. So all in all, here are the final scores. That's what we have for it. It's amazing. I didn't write any of this down. I might start doing that. I might not. Maybe I'll just leave the Vanna White situation on giving what the final score was. But all in all, it is a good bass. I do like it. Do I like it enough that it's going to stay on my wall forever? Probably not. But anyway, that's what we have for the Sterling Ray 2. As always, thanks for stopping. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.